Hello and welcome to Grabs and Deals. My name is Richard Bell and I am the founder of Grabs and Deals. Grabs and Deals is an online discount store. Grabs and Deals buys liquidation pallets of brand new overstock and open box goods to sell online and locally. These items are often found or discontinued in the big box retail stores. Grabs and Deals offers you these items at affordable prices. Today I'm here because I'm going to talk to you about risk management for the reseller, the best ways to keep your family, your home, your business safe as a reseller. I'm going to be looking at my notes. I'm still getting used to doing videos. I'm used to speaking in front of big crowds, not on video, but I'm sure you want to know what makes me qualified to teach you this. Okay, I'm a New York State security guard instructor in New York State. By trade, I'm a safety and security expert. I served my community as a volunteer firefighter for many years. I went on to be an auxiliary police officer. I went on to be a federal police officer for a time, and I've also worked numerous years in loss prevention, asset protection, and in retail. And currently, I own a security guard training school in Newburgh, New York. I'm a New York State security guard instructor. I'm certified. So a lot of people are starting businesses and they're excited and they're talking to me about the business. They're asking me certain advice on safety and security. I'm watching online videos. A lot of you guys are watching online and how excited you are. I'm seeing Porch Pickups. I'm seeing all different things. So I decided to do this video today. Hopefully I can keep you safe, and hopefully you'll take some of these tips. And again, you can always contact me through Grabs and Deals, and you can always shop online at Grabs and Deals at grabzndealz.com. Okay, I'm going to be reading off of these notes here, so if I'm looking down, reading, and talking. So the first thing we got to do when you're starting your business, you got to treat your business as a business. Treat it as if it's a corporate place that you would go to every day. It does not matter if you are a part-time reseller or a full-time reseller. As you are starting this business, the first thing you need to do is set policies and procedures for your business. If you are doing this business with family members or friends, you need to hold meetings either weekly or annually, and everyone involved should sign a written document acknowledging these policies and procedures for everyone's safety, and so there are no misunderstandings. Everyone needs to be on the same page and everyone must know their roles and duties. This will keep everyone safe. It will avoid conflicts and misunderstandings. It will lead to more sales and keep it fun. Alright, just like anything else, you got to hold weekly or annual meetings. You got to discuss what you're going to do when you're meeting customers. How are you going to meet customers or potential buyers? What kind of safety measures are you going to have in place with that? How are you going to handle any of the business stuff that goes on daily? Your safety, customer safety. I'm going to also talk to you a little bit about if you're going to open a store in a little while. So I'm going to talk to you about that. So, but you need to hold meetings, you need to bring up stuff. So when you're starting out, if you're an employee coming into the workplace, they're going to train you, especially in my line of work, like loss prevention, security. When you're catching shoplifters. So they're going to make you work with somebody, and then you got to do all the policies. Your trainer's going to go over the policies with you and the procedures. And then you're going to have to sign off on each individual policy. You're going to have to understand your role. This is what you need to do as a reseller if you're selling with family and friends. Alright? Other thing, I'm sure you know this by now, but you need to have a separate bank account. Do not use your personal bank account for your business. You will have to pay taxes on your business transactions and keep business records on all sales transactions and business expenses. Right? The other thing you want to do is you want to get a post office box and use it for shipping items. Do not use your home address. Your home address, and we're going to get into it, could set you up to be the victim of a crime such as a burglary, a robbery. I'm going to explain what all that stuff is to you in a little bit, especially the home invasions. So you just want to get the post office box. I know what you're going to say, and I hear it all the time in both security and both as resale, but I don't have anything really to steal. You do. If you're selling something, you got stuff to steal. Your identity. You can become a victim of identity theft. They could steal your social security card. They could steal your driver's license. And they can get all that information. If you have bad credit, they can make it worse, but this is a reseller video, so I don't really want to go too much into that today. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is if you are selling items online, do not contact customers outside of the platform you are selling on. Do not use your personal cell phone for texting. Keep all communications on that platform. In other words, if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, you want to talk to your potential buyer through the messenger on Facebook Marketplace. All right, don't go outside of that. Only communicate through Facebook Messenger. Be sure to check every buyer's profile. If they do not have a picture or any information about themselves in the bio section, this should be a red flag. You should not meet this buyer in person. Check feedback and ratings on all platforms. eBay, Mercari, OfferUp, and all other selling apps and sites that you may use. This practice should be part of your security and safety plan, commonly known as asset protection and loss prevention, which again I specialize in. Alright, the reason why you want to check feedback, if they don't have anything in their profile, they could be either trying to scam you or they could be criminals trying to rob you or burglarize you or harm you. Alright, and we're going to talk about that in a little bit. So check the feedback. If they don't have feedback, it should be a red flag. If they don't have a picture of the profile or anything in it, it should be a red flag. Granted, sometimes you're going to see a new buyer. That's where you gotta, I'm kind of cautious with that, but again, I'm a safety and security expert. There's stuff when I go meet a buyer, I'm more protected. Let's just say I'm more protected than you probably would be. Alright, if you are, okay, do not have buyers come to your home. It is not safe to do. You put your family's safety at risk. You and your family can become the victims of a home invasion, commonly known as a robbery. You or your family members could be beaten, sexually assaulted, or killed. The difference between a robbery and a burglary you probably want to know? Well, a robbery is a confrontational crime where they threaten to use force on you, such as I may say, listen, give me your money or I'm going to kill you. Give me your money or I'm going to shoot you. I have a gun. I have this in my pocket. And if you don't give it to me, I'm going to hurt you or I'm going to beat your brains in. Alright, so that's an example of a robbery. A burglary is a non-confrontational crime. Burglaries usually happen when you are not home. Burglars don't want to be detected, so they're going to break into your house and they're going to steal your valuables when you're not home. They're usually looking for quick cash for drugs and living expenses. Alright, the other thing I want to talk to you about is burglaries usually happen during daylight hours. And another thing you really want to avoid when you're reselling, you don't want to sell at your house, and don't do porch pickup. I see all the time everybody's asking about porch pickup, and I personally get asked about porch pickups for other people, either resellers or people coming into business. And I hear all the time, oh, I'm not worried, I'm going to leave my stuff on the porch. Well, my neighborhood, I have a couple resellers, and a lot of things I see they'll leave the items in a big bag on the porch. They'll leave notes on the door, and that tells me, if I was a burglar, that tells a burglar, oh hey, this house has valuables. This house has money. Usually envelopes equal money. And sometimes I hear a lot of the stories where the sellers will leave the stuff on the porch, and the buyers will come take the merchandise but not leave the money. Alright, so that's the other thing I want to talk to you about. So you don't want to do porch pickup for that reason, and then you're not home, they can break into your house, they can case your house. You don't know if they're casing your house for a burglary. So I don't like porch pickup. I really don't like customers coming to my house for those reasons. It's not safe to do so. So my personal opinion is don't do porch pickup. Don't have buyers/customers come to your home. Okay. And now let's talk about meeting buyers. This is the most important one I'm going to talk to you about. When you meet buyers, meet the buyers during daylight hours if it's possible. Meet at a local business. My suggestion is to meet at a small business such as a restaurant or convenience store where you know the employees. You may be a place you frequent often. I do not suggest big parking lots or big businesses because people may not be paying attention. Meet at your local police department or any place with cameras. Try not to meet buyers alone. Take someone with you. So here's a method I use. One of the things we always do, oh, what kind of car are you going to be driving? I'm going to be driving this kind of car. I'm going to be driving that kind of car. So I may tell them I'm driving a blue car. But then I have another family member or friend, a family member in the house. We have a few more, family members in the house. So I would take one of their cars. So in other words, if somebody has a red car, one of my family, I'll take the red car. I'll get there a little early. I'll put myself in a place where I can watch everything and see when the buyers come. That's one of the things I do. Alright? I could be there early, so if I can see if they're showing up with a group of people, I know it's not safe. Another thing I do is I tell my buyer when they meet, have exact cash. Because if they're paying in cash, please, if you're paying in cash, have exact cash, because I don't carry money and I'm not going to have money to give you change. I don't like carrying money on me for safety reasons. That's what I tell them, for personal safety. I don't carry money, so please have exact change because I'm not going to have change to give you. And that's the other reason why I suggest meeting at the small business, because if they need change, they can go in that small business and ask for change, or they may just go in there and buy a few items, or maybe buy a lunch to get change so they have exact change to give you. One of the things I tell my buyers, hey listen, grabzndealz is an online store. If you want to go to my website, my online store called grabzndealz.com, you can buy the item there, and you can pay with your credit card, and then we can meet. If you want to do that, if you don't have exact change, you can go and pay with the credit card at grabzndealz online at grabzndealz.com, and then once I receive payment, I'll bring you up. We can meet the item, and we'll meet, and you can get your item, or I can ship it to you if you'd like. Even though you're local, I can ship it, or if you want to pick up, whatever you want to do. But if you buy, I may waive the shipping fee for them if it's local and just take it myself. Alright, so that's the other thing I do. So I'll go to the parking lot early. I'll put myself in a space where I can see who's coming and going. And then when I call them, I see them, I'll tell them, listen, I changed my car. I have a blue car, not the red car. I'm sorry, I meant to say blue car, but I said red. You can do things like that. Take somebody with you. I prefer, if you can have somebody, take two separate cars. That way somebody can stay in another area of the parking lot and watch you. That way if you get in trouble, they can call the police. You can do it that way. And then another thing I'm going to suggest, as a seller, buy a body camera. Body cameras don't cost much money. Put the body camera on you. If there's any conflict, something happens to you, you go down, you have a body camera on you, so it will record. Plus you can record conversations. And it's going to be a lot different than if you have a business. You can't put a camera up with sound because in my state that's illegal. It's considered eavesdropping. But if you have a body camera on you, it's okay because you're part of the conversation, so it's not eavesdropping. So that's how that works. You're part of the conversation. So body camera, I suggest, even if you own a brick and mortar location, get the body camera. The body camera is going to work for you. You can always suggest to meet at the local police department or your local town hall. If it's at night, nobody's going to be at town hall unless the police department's there. Then meet at town hall. For example, I have a security guard training school, and again, I had a buyer one day. He wanted to buy about 3 or 4 pairs of sunglasses off of me, and he said possibly like 7 or 8. Bring all I have because he wanted to look at them. I told him, sure, why don't we meet at my security guard training school because it's inside, and I own a security guard training school, and we can be inside, we can meet, and then you can check everything out. Oh, no, I don't want to meet there. I'd rather meet over here at the restaurant. I'd rather meet here. Yeah, but why not come to the security school? I don't want to. So that kind of gave me a red flag. So the buyer decided he didn't want to buy the sunglasses. Could I have been that could have been a possible robbery right there. But I let him know I was a safety and security expert. So that's one of the other things I did. And that's just some of the things you can do, and incorporate that into your policies and procedures. If you are doing a business with somebody else, that will work very well. The other thing, now I have a lot of friends, and I'm seeing online, a lot of people are opening brick and mortar stores. They're doing these little shops of. They're doing these little discount stores, bin stores they're called, and everybody's excited. They're excited. I'm gonna open my bin store. We're gonna have this. We're gonna have great for you. But we're gonna have these deals for you. But when they're doing that, nobody really thinks about the safety and security of it. So my suggestion is, whether you're selling online and meeting people in public, or especially if you have the brick and mortar store, keep it small, keep it simple. Don't go big. You have to think about your security. You have to think about safety. So my suggestion is, again, brick and mortar store, wear a body camera. Because if you get robbed, if you get injured, you have the body camera, you're recording everything, you're catching them up close. You have everything going on for court proceedings. Wearing a body camera, if you have a customer conflict, that's going to help you. But the reason why I say open a small business, such as maybe about 5 to 1,000 feet and nothing bigger, because nobody thinks about safety and security measures. I'm hearing a lot of people say, well, I'm friends with a police officer, so I'm going to have the police come in and stand here. That may not be a good idea, especially now. And again, remember, I came from loss prevention. I came from law enforcement, so I support my local police. I support all police. But having a police officer in the place could actually keep customers away. Why? Because if they have kids, they got police at this door, so this place may not be safe to go to. I don't think I really want to take my kids there. It may not be safe. How safe could this be if they have police officers there? Or other people just may not feel comfortable around police officers to buy stuff. So that may not be good for business, having a police officer in uniform. Now, you can hire a police officer that's not in uniform and have him work security like I'm dressed right now in regular attire, and just have the police officer work security when he or she's not working the police job, and just keep them in there. That would work really well. Alright, you don't want to scare anybody off. And a suggestion to you, if you're opening the brick and mortar store, I suggest if your state mandates security guard training for security guards in order for them to work security guard, go to that school, take training, know what to look for, or find somebody in loss prevention to train you. Chasing somebody out the door is not a smart thing this day and age. I can tell you this month alone, there's been a lot of security guards stabbed, and a few have been killed, a few have been shot, a few have been beaten. So you don't really want to confront somebody stealing if you are not qualified to do so. It is not safe to do so. So please don't do that. Go take some training courses with that. Implement safety and security. Prosecute. If somebody steals in your store, small, prosecute. Put notes up. Tell them you have CCTV in there. Put CCTV in your store. Tell them that you're going to prosecute. I know we don't like to do that. We have a false sense of safety as resellers. We want to think, oh, this is great. Everybody wants a deal. Everybody's going to come be nice. Not everybody's going to be honest. Not everybody's going to be there to give you business. They're going to be there to steal from you. And you got to put policies and procedures in place. Get yourself an attorney on board. When you have those policies and procedures, have the attorney look at them and make sure it's legal to do. Get some legal advice on that. Your steps for handling shoplifters. How are you going to handle a shoplifter? You can't just go outside and accuse somebody of shoplifting. Even if you saw them for a minute or two, you can't just go out there and stop them. You have to maintain 100% uninterrupted observation of them. So in your store, I would suggest coming up with policies and procedures of a dollar amount. If they steal $5, are we going to prosecute? Is it worth prosecuting? If they steal $10, am I going to prosecute? Am I not going to prosecute? Maybe $20 or more, you have to make that decision. I can't make it for you. Each individual different business model is going to be different. So you have to set guidelines for yourself for that. And your own personal feelings on that has to come in play. I have mine. You have yours. Based on what I do for a living, I would have my policies all set out and ready to roll. So that's all I have you for today. And again, remember, these policies and procedures that I'm giving you, they're not completely foul-proof, but they will greatly reduce the chances of you becoming a victim of a crime. And I'll leave my information at the bottom of the video, so that way if you have any questions or concerns, you can go to grabzndealz and contact me through email, or you contact me through YouTube or whatever place you see this video on. Just go out there, be safe, think about your safety and security, and be very careful. The world is actually getting more violent, so just be very careful, especially now with all this stuff going on in Russia. The gas prices going up. There's going to be more thefts, more scams. You need to be very careful. All right, until next video, everybody stay safe.